A marginal risk of severe weather returns for guess where? Southeast Michigan. Anywhere from Sandusky to Port Huron, back toward Flint and Lansing, back down to Jackson and Coldwater, all the way to Detroit, Monroe, Adrian, Ann Arbor. You guys all within those and close to those areas are in a marginal risk dark green. So level 1 out of 5. So it's the lowest risk we can possibly get, but still a risk nonetheless. Main concern, damaging winds. Not seeing a concern right now for large hail or tornadoes. Damaging winds via microburst and downburst, like we saw a few days ago, are going to be the main concerns. Models today do show a better response on the storms than they did yesterday. Backing this up here. You're watching, I'm making this video here at 2 a.m. So I'm using guidance from overnight models. All right. This is the 00Z, came out about 8 p.m. Last night. If you're watching this at 9 a.m., this is going to go live at 9 a.m. But this is last night's model. Looking at what we have available to us, we're going to see these pop-up cells across the state as early as 2 p.m. Moving through the time frame here, afternoon comes in. These pop-up cells, particularly in South and East Michigan, do start popping up here, but more coverage after and towards sunset does show on this model here. But again, the entire state is going to be within that level, or should I say general thunder risk for tomorrow. In fact, let's go ahead and take a zoomed out look here real quick. The entire state minus the western UP is going to be within that light green area, and that's going to mean general thunderstorms here. So pop-ups are possible all across the state today. Severe risk should be primarily tied to that dark green area there in southeast Michigan, as we talked about before. Again, main hazards, damaging winds, not concerned for hail or tornadoes. We'll keep an eye on things. If that changes, we'll let you guys know. But models do show Southeast Michigan a better response here between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. It should start winding down by that 10 p.m. time frame or shortly thereafter. So again, with these types of days, number one, we're not going to be able to predict when and where storms are going to hit. So if you're going to ask, well, how about my city? How about Coldwater? How about Hillsdale? How about Flint? We can't answer those questions directly on days like this because pop-ups can happen anytime, anywhere. All right. The entire state is under the gun for those. Severe risk, though, highest risk there in that dark green area there in Southeast Michigan. But again, timing 2 p.m., 10 p.m. between those two time frames. Otherwise, we can't get any more specific than that with these pop-up types of days. Looking at the other model we have available to us before we hop off here. This is the NAM 3 model, looking at how this plays it out. Again, we'll have updates for you guys tomorrow morning or in the morning. Again, this is going to go live for members at 2 in public at 9 a.m. But again, the NAM 3 model here is still showing more storms roughly between 4 and 7 p.m. into that sunset, and then it dies out by sunset after about 10 or so p.m. So 2 to 10, your main time frame there. Pop-ups are possible across the state. Severe risk tied primarily to Southeast Michigan. You're watching this video likely after 9 a.m. I'm making this video again at 2 a.m. We'll be live at 12:30 for a live briefing on any updates and stuff like that, as well as anything updated with SPC's risk will be posted immediately. This is going to go live on Facebook and YouTube again at 9 a.m. So you're seeing a bit of a delay here. We're using last night's guidance. If you're watching this at 9, last night's guidance is what's used. We'll have updated guidance at 12:30 p.m. for you guys. Anything changed. All right. Do me a favor, smash the like button on your way out. Appreciate you guys watching. If you have not already, hit subscribe to the channel. We got you guys covered. We'll be live later on today if needed for any severe weather coverage here in Michigan. Stay safe, guys, and stay cool. And yet another day of hot and humid conditions.